So where you want to go out to eat today, baby? You got anything special in mind? Oh, since it's my birthday weekend, you gonna let me make the decision? That's very nice of you, baby. I actually been craving barbecue. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to another episode of July Fly Home Cooking and Grilling. And today I'm gonna be grilling up some good old baby back ribs. Delicioso. Let me show you some of the products we're gonna be using to get this rib beautified. We have yellow mustard. We're basically just gonna be using this as a binder. It's optional for you if you would like to use it. If you don't. We have Heath Rowell's barbecue and grilling everyday rub. This is a fantastic rub. It is delicious. It's good on everything, seafood, vegetables, you name it. We have another Heath Rowell's barbecue and grilling, a cherry rub. This is gonna be fantastic on the ribs. Let's get into seasoning these ribs. Welcome back, YouTube. I done got my rib, took out the package. Now basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut off any excess that we don't want, any extra fat that we don't want, which I know my wife don't want because she don't like too much of fat on about anything. So let's get this rib trimmed up. Now that you got your rib trimmed up, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna wanna remove the membrane on this. And this is very important because the membrane on the rib, it doesn't let smoke penetrate through the rib with this membrane on here. So that's why it is a good decision to take it off. It can be tricky, but hopefully it's smooth sailing. So I'm gonna show you how to get this membrane off. First, you take a knife. Just like that. You want to get you a paper towel. A paper towel makes it a lot easier to grab and pull off. I am doing this very awkwardly, so let me go and turn my rib. All right, now we're just gonna grab this, pull, see some comes off. Like it's very difficult to do. Welcome back, YouTube. We got the membrane off. Looks good to go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go on and get this rib nice and seasoned. First we're going to start off with I'm starting off with the bottom side of the rib first. mustard on there. Getting that mustard in there. Getting that good rubbed in. You don't need a lot of mustard, but it don't matter if you use a lot because you're really not going to taste it anyway. It's just basically a binder to keep the season and stuff stuck to the ribs. All right, now that we got the mustard on there, we're going to hit it with that first seasoning of the Heath Rowell we got, that everyday rub. Make sure you get some sides. Like always get on me about not getting them sides. Let's get them sides. Alright. You got that coat on there. You get the cherry Heath Rowell rub. And you put that on top of that rub. And once we got that on there, we're going to just give it a quick pat. Don't rub, because a lot of the times you're going to take the seasoning off. So I would just give it a nice little pat to get that seasoning to stick to them ribs more than what the mustard is providing. All right, now that we got that seasoning on there, we're gonna wait a couple minutes, let that seasoning set, and then we're gonna flip the rib, and then we're gonna get the other side. I'll be back when it's time to do. All right, YouTube, welcome back. We're ready to flip this rib. It has been sitting for a couple of minutes, and I think it's ready to go. So we're gonna flip this rib and get the other side. And let me also tell you, if you one of them people, like, oh my gosh, he's making a mess. He is making a mess. This ain't the channel for you, okay? Because we gonna get messy over there. Basically, you hit it with that mustard on this side as well. Get that mixed up. Rub that mustard in. Just like so. Just like so. Got our first layer of seasoning, the everyday rub. Now we add the cherry rub. Now that this is all seasoned up, I'm gonna let this sit for a couple minutes. Let that seasoning soak into that meat. And while it's doing that, let's go out here and get the grill ready. All right, welcome back, YouTube. I am outside. I had got the grill set up. I got my foil laid down. Come closer, come closer, come closer. How I got this set up is I'm gonna be smoking these baby back ribs indirect. That's why I got my grill set up like this. I got some apple cider, a little bit of water, some peaches, and a little bit of the juice. And that's basically just gonna keep the moisture into the grill and help keep the ribs moist. This is where my fire is gonna be at. My ribs is gonna be over here, so they ain't gonna be directly on the heat. That's why we're going indirect. but this is where my fire is gonna be. I'm gonna have a piece of cherry wood on top of this once I get my charcoals going. So I'll come back to you guys when I'm lighting the charcoal. Y'all already know the routine. We're gonna lay down some aluminum foil and get this. Now that we got our charcoal lit, this could take anywhere from 6, 7, 8 minutes for my charcoals to get lit. So I'll come back to you guys when I'm laying that hot charcoal on that bed of cold charcoal. All right, YouTube, welcome back. Now that our charcoal is all lit and ready to go, we're gonna slide the rack over and we're gonna get that the hot charcoal on top of the other charcoal. Let's come closer. All right, YouTube, now that we got the charcoal on there, I'm just gonna spread that hot charcoal to make sure it gets on top of the unlit charcoal. Now that we got the charcoal, spread it evenly on top of the unlit charcoal. We're gonna wait a second, let that get good and hot. Let the charcoals that wasn't lit get lit, you know what I mean? And then we're gonna throw that piece of cherry wood on top of there. Big chunk of cherry wood. Nice chunk. Got some weight to it. Now, we're gonna put one more rack on there. Now that we got our racks on here, let me tell you how I'm gonna be doing these ribs today. I'm gonna be doing the 3-2-1 method. If you don't know what the 3-2-1 method is, that's 3 hours, no foil, not wrapped in anything. And then you're gonna go 2 hours wrapped in foil. And then basically for that last hour, you're gonna take your ribs, you're gonna glaze them, and then you're gonna put them on the grill for that last hour to let that barbecue sauce get some smoke flavor to it. It's time to get the ribs on. As you can tell, my heat is here. I put my ribs furthest from the heat so we can have some even cooking. Now what I'm gonna do next is close the top, and I'll see you guys soon. When it's time to check, give it a quick look, see how our ribs are looking. I'll see you guys then. Welcome back, YouTube. I got an update for you. Right now we're like an hour in. Temperature is sitting at 250 degrees, which is a perfect temp. That's what we want it to hold at. So let's open this up and see how our ribs are doing. All right, YouTubers. This is how them ribs are looking. Looking pretty good, It's damn good, actually. Damn good. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna give the ribs a little spritz, get some moisture on top of them. I'll come back when I'm ready to spritz. All right, welcome back, YouTube. I actually forgot that my PB Mister is out of commission. It's not working, so actually I had to do it like this. I got a little bit of apple cider in here. I got some water in here, half and half. Half apple cider, half water. So now it's time to open the grill and go on and put this on top of them ribs. Welcome back, YouTube. Let's get her done. Take some of this here and just tap it on these ribs. Tap a dab, tap a dab it. Keep these ribs moist. Let's actually have a good color on it. I'm actually happy with the color of the ribs. They look good. They look good. That's good to go. That is good to go. So I'm gonna get this lid closed and we'll check it in about 45 minutes. See you then. What's up, YouTube? I had to come back for a second because there is something I had to do. I am very disappointed with this purchase. So look what I'm about to do. You see it? You see it? That's how I feel about that damn thing. Adios. See you here in 40-something minutes, YouTube, to check these ribs. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back. Actually, I just said, forget the 45 minutes. I just let it go on and go for the 3 hours. It has been a little over 3 hours. So what I am gonna do now is I'm gonna wrap this rib and we're gonna put it back on the grill for another 2 hours. I'll come back to you when I'm wrapping. All right, YouTube, I'm back. As you can see, I got the rib on the foil. It's looking damn delicious. My timer just beeped to let me know where I was at. So let's go on and get some moisture in here. I'm gonna pour some of that mixture I made earlier. I'm gonna pour that in the foil to keep the rib moist. I'm gonna wrap it. I'm gonna put it back on the grill for 2 hours and we're gonna get her done. All right, YouTube, I got my rib wrapped. Now it's time to put it back on the grill. And while this is on for that 2 hours, I'm gonna take y'all inside and I'm gonna make a barbecue sauce. What's going on, YouTube? Now that we back and I got you inside, I'm gonna show you what kind of barbecue sauce I'm gonna make as a glaze to throw on top of these ribs. I'm gonna be using a tablespoon of minced garlic. You can use it or you don't have to. Guesstimate of honey. Guesstimate means I'm gonna just be free pouring. I'm not measuring it out. And you can't go wrong with some Sweet Baby Rays BBQ. I mean, you can make your own barbecue sauce if you want to, but I'm gonna be using Sweet Baby Rays. And actually, this sauce is gonna be a whiskey, garlic, honey barbecue. First thing I'm gonna be doing is add 1 tablespoon of minced garlic. That's about a tablespoon, we'll go with that. Then we're gonna be adding our Sweet Baby Rays barbecue sauce. That's about enough, because it's only gonna go on the top of the rib, and I only got 1 rib. Then we're gonna be adding our honey. About enough right there. Come close. Then we're gonna be adding 1 shot of the Virginia Black American whiskey. Then you stir. Now that we got all that mixed up, let's give it a taste. You can taste that whiskey. Minced garlic is good in there. Sweet Baby Rays already by itself is delicious. When you tweak it, it can only get better. So now that we got this mixed up, next time you'll be seeing me is when I'm putting this on top of them ribs for that last hour of cooking. All right, what's going on YouTube? I should probably let y'all know before I begin. I've been drinking watermelon. Now, after I made that barbecue sauce with that whiskey, I had to have a few shots. So I done had a few shots. But it has been 2 hours wrapped in foil for these ribs. So it's time to get these off and get a good look at them. So I'll be back once I got the ribs on the table and we can look together. All right, welcome back YouTube. We got the rib unwrapped and that's what we looking like. It looks delicious. When the rib was flipped over, we got a little bit of pullback, which means they're tender, but not really fall off the bone. It's still gonna have a little bite to it, still gonna have a little pull to it. But what we wanna do now is get these back on the grill, put that barbecue glaze that I made earlier, we're gonna put that on top, and then we're gonna give it about another 45 minutes. I ain't gonna go the whole hour because actually I went over a little over 3 hours as far as like on the regular cook time. So let's get it. I'll be back shortly. All right, YouTube, welcome back. I got the rib on the grill as you can see. Now I'm gonna add some more briquettes. I'm gonna add another piece of cherry wood. I'm gonna glaze, and then we're gonna close the lid and let that get to cooking for like 45 minutes. All right, YouTube, I added the briquettes. Now it's time to add that cherry wood. We got the wood in there. Now let's glaze these ribs. Yeah, this is that glaze we made earlier. Damn, good glaze right there. Delicious. All right, YouTube, we got that glaze on them ribs. Let's give you a closer look. As you can see, the glaze is looking pretty good. We got that minced garlic. You can see the minced garlic on top of it. Looks delicious. I cannot wait to try these ribs. They're gonna be good. I'll see you guys here in 45 minutes. Get a good look at them. Hopefully we can pull them off and then we can give them a taste. Be back shortly. All right, YouTube, it has been 6 hours on the nose. It is time to get this rib off, get it inside, cut it up, and go on and give it a taste. But till then, I'll give you a close-up view. All right, let's get this rib inside and give it a taste. All right, YouTube, as you can see, the rib is looking delicious. Now it's time to cut into it, see what we have on the inside. All right, YouTube, got the rib all cut up. Looking very good. As you can see, nice little smoke ring on it. Very juicy looking. You can see the juice. Well, I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it. So let's go on and give this a taste. Barbecue sauce is delicious. Taste a little hint of the whiskey we put in the barbecue sauce. You can get some of that minced garlic that we put in the barbecue sauce. It's a very good rib, I have to admit. If I do say so myself, damn good rib, damn good rib. But thanks for tuning in with me on this little journey. It's been a long one for me, but for you, it ain't been too long, but it's been a long one. So I appreciate every sub I get. So like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned till we meet again. Out.